More than 24 people dead. Some of the nation's largest cities shut down from a massive winter storm that swept the East Coast.
And things are cold across the valley again on this Sunday evening. What's in store for your work week, though? The forecast just ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Rosalind Giles. We begin tonight with a house fire in South Columbus. This was the scene earlier tonight on 28th Avenue near Harold Street. You can see pillars of smoke climbing high into the sky as firefighters work to get the blaze under control tonight. We do know 2 vehicles also caught on fire. Fire officials have yet to confirm any injuries or a possible cause. Stay with News Leader 9 on air and online for the very latest on this developing story. An Auburn University student now finds herself assuming the role of parent to her younger siblings after an unspeakable tragedy rocked her family on Christmas Day. But through all of the adversity, she is finding strength and support from the Auburn family and even strangers from across the nation. News Leader 9's Rosanna Smith has the details in our top story.
And it was the most special gift you've given me.
Cassandra Watson beams with joy reading letters written to her by her mother. But behind this smile is pain. On Christmas Day, her mother was killed in a car accident in Florida.
I really didn't think it was real at first. It took a while to set in.
In an instant, the Auburn pharmacy student went from being a big sister to a parent, assuming guardianship of her 11-year-old sister Kylie and 7-year-old brother Will.
Everything from, the kids' immediate needs to their future needs, including their college, has been placed on me, so it's a lot.
Hoping to just raise enough money to cover her mother's funeral cost, Watson set up a GoFundMe page. In just weeks, strangers along with the Auburn family pitched in, donating close to $60,000.
It just really, really restored my faith, and it makes me proud to be an Auburn Tiger, and it excites me for the future to know that I'll potentially be able to help another Auburn family member in need.
And while there's still a long road ahead, in the midst of loss, this young lady has found a reason to go on.
Those 2 little kids is really the thing that keeps me going.
Watson's sister and brother will be staying with family members in Florida while she finishes up her degree. She says she'll be traveling back as often as she can as she steps into this new role. Rosanna Smith, WTVM News Leader 9.
Wow, what a sad yet remarkable story. Watson says additional donations that come in will help her with future expenses raising her siblings. For more information on how to donate, visit our website, WTVM.com, and look for this story under the local tab. Millions of people along the East Coast are scrambling to dig themselves out of the snow and ice after this weekend's crippling winter storm. The blizzard killed at least 28 people, grounded over 10,000 flights, and essentially shut down several of the nation's largest cities. The federal government in Washington, D.C. will be closed tomorrow, and Congress has canceled its session for this week. In New York, even though a travel ban has been lifted, officials are still urging residents to stay off the roads. Even with the storm moving out, one of the big concerns in the coming days, black ice.
Expect that with the temperature dropping tonight and for every night this week, that we will see continued slick and dangerous roadways.
Airports in D.C., New York City, and Philadelphia say they will resume very limited service tomorrow. Meanwhile, we're learning more about the more than 24 deaths from this storm, including a heartbreaking story out of New Jersey, where a mother and her 1-year-old have died from carbon monoxide poisoning during the snowstorm. Last night, Felix Bonilla put his family in their car to keep warm while he dug out the snow. Police say the tailpipe was covered with snow and carbon monoxide filled in the car. Now, all 3 inside were overcome with fumes. At least 2 neighbors tried to help revive a 1-year-old boy and 3-year-old girl until paramedics showed up.
When I came in inside with the kid, I tried to help the girl.
Everybody should know when the mufflers are covered up, you can't be sitting in the car that long. So it's very sad.
The children and their 23-year-old mother were rushed to the hospital, where the young woman and a 1-year-old boy were pronounced dead. The girl was last reported in extremely critical condition. Meanwhile, back here in Georgia, the snow has begun to thaw in the northern part of the state. Officials say some areas of the state got up to 8 inches. And because of freezing temperatures, the white stuff hung around for a few days. Georgia Power says more than 900 residents are still without power today. That's an improvement, though, from Friday. Officials with Georgia Power say they have restored more than 125,000 customers statewide. Time now to talk weather as you prepare to head out the door in the morning locally. Here's Elizabeth.
Thanks, Rosalind. Well, we're dealing with our fair share of cold temperatures still. 36 right now in Columbus. The wind calm. So the good news is that feel like temperature not a problem like it was yesterday and early this morning. And that'll be the case as we head towards your Monday morning. But just this morning, temperatures did get below freezing, and we are expecting below freezing temperatures again. And we had some leftover puddles around that did freeze. So in some of our very northern counties in the morning, take things slow just in case. We won't be seeing any widespread problems with the black ice, but definitely could have some slick spots on overpasses and bridges. Elsewhere across Alabama and Georgia, we're looking at temperatures in the mid-30s right now under mostly clear skies. For some, clouds are coming in, and we'll see some clouds during the overnight hours. We'll call it partly cloudy, but dealing with a lot of sunshine for your Monday. At the bus stop, though, as I was saying, below freezing temperatures again. Jacket and gloves will be needed for the kiddos. 29 that morning low, but we will see a warmer Monday. We'll talk about that and the chance of rain for your work week all coming up.
Tonight, Columbus police on the lookout for the person who robbed a gas station. The robbery happened last night around 7 at the Circle K in the 1800 block of 12th Avenue. With a silver pistol in hand, the man entered the store and demanded money. He is described as a black man about 6 feet tall and weighs about 180 pounds. He was wearing a black hoodie, gray sweatpants, and dark shoes with medium-length dreadlocks. A local nonprofit dedicated to changing the lives of the homeless and low-income families took to the streets in the Fountain City this afternoon. News Leader 9's Arisha Jones followed Trunks of Love through parts of uptown Columbus.
For several people on 3rd Avenue in Columbus, these homemade meals of spaghetti and green beans is a token of love from a nonprofit organization.
And Trunks of Love has not only helped and changed the homeless, but our volunteers have just really grown since doing this. It's really humbled them and changed their lives.
Trunks of Love started in Christmas 2014, serving the homeless and low-income families in Phoenix City and Columbus. At least once a week, they bring meals, snack and hygiene bags, and pass them out from the back of their trunks.
For me, I'm so grateful by grace of God every day to see every day to be alive, that someone come out here and try to help these people, because, you never know when you might need someone, because if you're in a situation like this.
We've shown them consistent love, and we've gotten ourselves down on their level. I mean, there's been times where we sat down in their tents with them to talk to them.
During their weekly visits, volunteers pray for those they are helping and provides them with resources to have a better life.
We've seen families reunited. We've seen mothers get their children back.
They all thought we wouldn't come back. They said a lot of people say they'll see them again, but they never do. So when they said that's what they all say, that inspired us to show them that they can trust us and that we'll always be back and we'll always be here for them.
Trunks of Love say they've helped about 30 people transition from living on the streets and into a safer place to live. In Columbus, Arisha Jones for WTVM News Leader 9.
What a great project. 85 dinner plates were made for the homeless this afternoon, and you can learn more about the organization on our website, WTVM.com, under the local tab. Well, the matchup for the 50th Super Bowl is officially set, and it features a well-known local college legend at the forefront. Former Auburn quarterback, Heisman Trophy winner as well, Cam Newton led the Carolina Panthers to a thorough demolishing of the Arizona Cardinals tonight in the NFC title game. Leading the team triumphantly into the Super Bowl, Newton will now have to get through the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning if he wants to add the Super Bowl trophy to his trophy case. Paul Stockman will have more on Newton and the Panthers' big win coming up later on in sports. Well, if you're not registered to vote and want to cast a ballot in Georgia's upcoming presidential primary, time is winding down. You have a little more than a week to register to vote before the March 1st election. The deadline to register vote is February 1st. Mail-in absentee ballots can be picked up at the local elections office up to 45 days before a federal election. Early voting begins on February 8th statewide. Well, it is that time of the year again. Time to start looking for prom dresses. For some young girls, that can be a big problem. Prom dresses are expensive and some can't afford to buy one. And that's where Project Prom comes in. All junior and senior students in the area had to do was to show proof that they attend a school. Then they got to pick out a dress for their special occasion. More than 100 girls got the opportunity to participate in the event. They also got accessories like shoes and jewelry to finish off their fabulous looks. The Junior League of Columbus is also happy to take donations for next year's giveaway. Maranatha Baptist Church in Plains, Georgia is used to having its very own celebrity, former President Jimmy Carter, among its congregation. But the church had another special guest today, Paula Deen. The celebrity chef is from Albany and was accompanied by several family members and friends at the service earlier today. Everyone at the church was excited to meet her in person. There were so many starstruck fans that the Secret Service even had to step in at one point. Even the longtime mayor of Plains had to get in on the action and meet the famous chef. Friends and family of a murdered lottery winner came together to remember the one they loved and to call for justice in his death.
And don't forget, we are giving away these Energy Saver umbrellas here at WTVM. For your chance to win one, all you have to do is visit WTVM.com to fill out a registration form. Coming up after the break, we'll talk about rain, where you're going to need that umbrella. Coming in on Tuesday. Stay tuned.
Coverage you can count on. This is WTVM News Leader 9.
Tonight, hundreds of people remembered the life of a young Fitzgerald man at a candlelight vigil. 20-year-old lottery winner Gregory Birch Jr. was murdered in his home early Thursday morning. The vigil at Blue and Gray Park was organized by a local pastor. People young and old came out and prayed for the Birch's family, and they also hoped for swift justice. His uncle says there is some anger, but they mainly want the killers caught.
I mean, people might say that they want to do this and do this to the ones who did this, but God, He got the last say so. I mean, yes, people got anger, but most of all, I just want justice to be served like it should be served.
Investigators continue to track leads and process evidence, but so far no arrests have been made and no suspects have been named. Time now to check on our weather forecast as people get ready for the work week in the morning. Still cold, I'm sure.
Yeah, still really cold tomorrow morning. We're going to be below freezing for most everybody. But I keep talking about the warmer weather because tomorrow's going to be a really nice afternoon like we saw today. Yeah, okay. But even a touch warmer than that. But yeah, we have to get through the frigid start at the bus stop and heading into work. So let's see what's trending in your forecast. Don't forget though, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more on the forecast. Constantly updating all of those on Instagram. To find us there, search WTVM_weather. Also pictures from behind the scenes, and we'll repost your pictures if they're really cool weather pictures. We had a lot of sunset pictures as well as moon pictures from last night with the full moon. So go check those out on Facebook and Instagram. A nice start to your work week though. Monday, sunny and mild, but that rain returns by Tuesday. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Could have some heavy rainfall late Tuesday into Wednesday morning. By next weekend, we're not going to be seeing the teens on the board. We're going to be seeing the 60s, close to 70 degrees for afternoon highs as we head into the first couple of days of February. Temperatures currently in the 30s out there, 31 in Tuskegee as well as Alexander City, 36 in the Fountain City, 34 in Americus. But as I was talking about, we do have a nice afternoon in store for your Monday. So a cold start, but it is going to be near 60 as we round out your Monday, even warmer for Tuesday. But as I was talking about, we will see the rain come in on Tuesday. So our next rainmaker will come through, and then behind that cooler air will take us down back into the 50s for midweek. So a big warm up for the next couple of days, then a big cool down as we head towards Wednesday. Dry skies tonight on the Doppler 9 radar network. No rain to talk about, but again, that does change on Tuesday. Futurecast here to time everything out for you, help you plan out the next couple of days. We will see sunshine for your Monday, a great start to the work week, but by the afternoon, we'll have more clouds start to filter in ahead of our next rainmaker, which you can see it clearly there just to our west by 7 a.m. on Tuesday. We are expecting a couple of light showers around the area early, but that heavier rainfall not making its way through until the afternoon and evening hours, and it's going to stick with us through the night into your Wednesday morning. So Tuesday night, Wednesday commute looking to be wet right now. Could keep the rain around for Thursday. We'll have to keep you updated on that forecast though. Temperatures tonight, again, in the upper 20s and low 30s, mostly clear skies. A few clouds for some. Tomorrow, highs reaching the upper 50s and low 60s. This is average for this time of year. As we round out January, this is where we should be. Keeping things warm through Tuesday, but again, the rain does come through and it'll stick with us through Thursday. Big cool down though as we head towards Thursday, or Wednesday and Thursday that is. Then a big warm up back into the 60s by next weekend. February, I think, is Monday. Tuesday is Groundhog Day. Forecast right now, have some clouds around. It'll be warm, so have to figure out what Phil's going to see as a shadow or not.
We will get through this week with the cold and the rain, and then next weekend looks going to be really nice.
Yeah, it starts to really warm up. We'll have to keep you updated on that forecast. Things could come back down to the 50s, but I'm hoping for the upper 60s.
Me too. All right. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Coming up, a former Auburn Tiger had a big day, and we're not talking about Cam Newton. We'll tell you who up next. But speaking of Cam, how would his Carolina Panthers do against the Arizona Cardinals? We've got the highlights up next.
From WTVM Sports Leader 9, Paul Stockman.
Yeah, you could call this Separation Sunday. Only 2 teams will stand at the end of tonight in the NFL. And for the Carolina Panthers, it was a chance to prove that 15-1, that regular season was more than just a string of luck. But they had to do it against a very tough Arizona Cardinals team. Cam Newton going up against Carson Palmer, 2 former Heisman Trophy winners facing off in the playoffs for the first time. Panthers up 10-0 in the first quarter. Here's Cam Newton looking over the middle, finding Corey Brown, who breaks a tackle and then goes 86 yards for the touchdown. The Panthers were up 17-0 in the first quarter. Former Carver Tiger and Cardinals D-line coach Brinson Buckner not happy, and neither are his players. But later in the second, it's Cam Newton inside the 1, keeping it himself, diving over the pile there and getting the ball across the plane. The Panthers extend their lead to 24-7. Then in the third, Panthers up by 20. It's Cam once more. Auburn fans remember runs like this, diving once again into the end zone and flipping in. That is a 34-7 Panther lead. Yeah, you can dab on him, Cam. That's pretty much expected at this point. Then in the fourth, this will seal the game. Carson Palmer's pass picked off by Luke Kuechly. He takes it to the house for a pick 6. Panthers with a dominant 49-15 victory. They are going to Super Bowl 50.
Biggest thing is about taking ownership. I thought our guys did a nice job taking ownership, and that's really, to me, what it needs to be about is our players taking ownership of this football team. When these guys do this, when they step to the forefront and they put it out there, that to me is awesome. And I could be more proud of a group of young men than I am with these guys right now.
But who will they face in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks? That's up to this game. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady matching up for what could be the final time if one of them retires. In the first quarter, Broncos up 7-0. Former Atlanta Falcon Steven Jackson bowling his way into the end zone for the touchdown, but New England would miss the extra point, down 7-6. Early second quarter, Broncos in the red zone. Manning finds Owen Daniels in the corner for the touchdown, 14-6 Denver, and the teams would trade field goals the rest of the way. It's 20-12 late in the fourth. Patriots needing a touchdown. It's Brady to Rob Gronkowski, and double covered, still makes the catch inside the red zone. Final seconds, 4th and goal. Brady under some pressure. Here, heaves it to the end zone. It's Gronkowski again beating double coverage for the touchdown. But remember, the missed field goal forces them to go for 2 here. It's Brady looking for a receiver over the middle. It is tipped and intercepted. And the Broncos would go on to win as the Patriots would not get the onside kick. Denver will face the Carolina Panthers in Super Bowl 50, 20-18, the final in Mile High.
Well, there's no question this is a sweet day. This was a sweet victory. To me, this victory sort of is a great example of what this entire season has been like. It hasn't been easy. It's been a unique season. There's no question about it. And this game today was a unique football game, but everybody did their part. Truly was a team win.
Super Bowl 50 just 2 weeks away in Santa Clara, California. We're going to have plenty of updates between now and then to get you ready for that big game. Let's go to some local news, though. A bit of recruiting this afternoon as another Central Red Devil commits to a Division I school. Jamal Couch announced on Twitter this afternoon that he is headed to Mississippi State. That's Elizabeth Diamore's alma mater. He's a 4-star athlete, according to Yahoo.com. He's the second Central player to commit to an SEC school this year. Defensive back John Brassard sent his verbal to Auburn earlier this season. It's been a busy weekend for Central seniors. Linebacker Teron Morton also announced yesterday that he is heading to Tennessee Tech. And good day for Auburn Tigers all around. First Cam Newton, now Jason Duffner. The former Tiger won the Career Builder Challenge this afternoon in a playoff with David Lingmerth. Both men finished the round at 25 under, forcing that playoff, and Duff was able to par the second hole, sealing the victory. He had a nice lead going into the final round, but Lingmerth shot 7 under to force that said playoff, and it was there that Duffner wound up on top. So big day all around, like I said, for the men of the Plains.
Sure, absolutely. Big thumbs up to Cam.
Yeah, Cam really excited. You could tell that he was happy to get a chance, dabbing all the way. I won't do it on air.
How does that go?
I was close, but no, Jason Dennis does the best one of all of us.
Okay, yeah,
so,
Jason Dennis. All right. Well, more of the same in the morning for us, Elizabeth?
Yeah, another cold start tomorrow. Temperatures will be in the 20s again for some, upper 20s though, as to definitely bundle up the kiddos for the bus stop. But we'll see plenty plenty of sunshine. It's going to be a very nice Monday afternoon. That rain does return, though, by Tuesday, taking us into Wednesday. So big changes in between Tuesday and Wednesday with the rain and a cold start tomorrow.
All right, so enjoy your Monday before the rain comes in on Tuesday. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here in the morning. Have a good one, everyone.